After STS-31 got home, we realised that there was an enormous problem with Hubble. Its main mirror is out of focus, ground to the wrong specifications. And we realised that from our position on the ground, there is nothing that we can do to fix Hubble. So, what we decided that we would do is have the Hubble engineers and our NASA scientists to begin to choreograph a space shuttle mission to go back to Hubble and have astronauts fix it by hand. Now that would take a long time, perhaps even years, to design the hardware and the mission that we would need to fix Hubble. So what we decided to do was to carry on space shuttle missions in the years between STS-31 and this Hubble servicing mission, rescue mission, that we would do. The most important mission of this inter-Hubble period was STS-49. After the loss of Challenger, we were down to 3 orbiters: Discovery, Atlantis, and Columbia. In order to maintain shuttle operations on a routine basis, we really need a 4th. So in 1987, NASA contracted Downey to build a 5th space shuttle, and they started up a writing campaign for school children across the United States to vote for the name of the orbiter. They provided a couple of dozen choices for names for the orbiter, and the one that wins overwhelmingly is Endeavour. So by 1992, Space Shuttle Endeavour is ready for her first mission, STS-49, and it was meant to be just a very simple satellite rescue mission. They were going to go up and capture this Intelsat 6 telescope with a price tag of $180 million and move it from an unusable orbit to a higher one. And under the command of Dan Brandenstein, they went up, did their first EVA of this satellite, the Intelsat 6, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. When we tried to capture it, we got astronaut Rick Heeb on the end of the robot manipulator arm with a big bar to try and capture this thing with and on this bar there were latches that he could close and capture this thing. Well, what happened was he accidentally just tapped the satellite with the bar, and the whole thing started spinning. Not very fast, but nonetheless spinning out of control off into space. A second EVA, we brought our guys in and then did this second EVA to try and capture the telescope again, and just we couldn't do it. The thing was tumbling far too quickly for us to grab it on the robot manipulator arm. So Commander Dan Brandenstein literally tries a new approach. This is a brand new Space Shuttle Endeavour, and we have added in some key upgrades. And one of the things was a brand new RCS control system. These thrusters that we have on the shuttle were far more advanced than the other 3 orbiters. So what Dan Brandenstein could use Endeavour to do, the satellite Intelsat 6 was tumbling in all 3 axes. So what Brandenstein did was bring Endeavour in as this thing is tumbling, and matched all 3 axes of movement. So the astronauts peer through it, Tom Akers and Rick Heeb, could then all get outside into the cargo bay, and then 3 people grabbed 18,000 pounds with their fingers, slowed this thing down. Brandenstein at the helm started to slow Endeavour's roll rate down as these guys were just pinching this thing. And it just slowly, the rates went down, and then Thuot, Akers and Hebe brought the satellite very gently down into its berther in the shuttle, and then we had a satellite right there in the locking bay. In their last EVA of the mission, we installed on the bottom of Intelsat 6 a rocket package and then released it. And this rocket package would be able to be controlled from the ground and would move Intelsat 6 into its higher usable orbit, where it remains today, fully functional. Space Shuttle Endeavour returns to Earth safely after completing the mission, which was a public relations coup, Brandenstein being able to control Endeavour in this amazing manoeuvre. But Endeavour's most important mission is still to come, when she would fly the Hubble rescue mission in December of 1993 on STS-49.